Welcome to today's live. Welcome to the channel. For anyone watching the replay, I go live Monday, Wednesday and Fridays. It would be great to have you join us. Just bring your questions and receive a free reading. Hey to everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Just to go through the process again, if you would like a free reading, just pop your like number in the chat. Hold your question until you're called. If you would like a more in-depth reading, just find the link in the pinned comment for a 3, 5 or 7 card reading and a Q jump. But I hope you're all well on this Wednesday. Let's get started, guys. So I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck today for anyone interested. But I hope you're all good. I hope your week is going well so far. So Danny, I believe you are first, my dear. If you just want to post your question in the chat. I like my Nightbot. Oh, hey Janavi. Thank you so much for your list. So much appreciated as always. Thank you so much. So we have Danny and Aisha or Aisha. If you can both post your questions if you're still here. Quick reminder, just like my Nightbot kindly has reminded us as well, please avoid yes/no questions. Be sure to include plenty of detail in your questions, and I don't cover pregnancy, health or legal. But let's get going. So Danny, Aisha, Sunice. I don't know if there's a delay in the chat, so I'll just hold on. Or if everyone's disappeared. Danny, Aisha, Sunice, Priya. Chat is good, thanks, Aesthetic. Okay, so Sunice, thank you for your question. So Sunice asks, does person Slobodan want a relationship with me? Sure thing, Sunice. Where are you at with your connection? Are you at the talking stage? Are you at friendship? This goes for everyone. The more detail that you can give me, the easier it is for me to connect to your reader, to your energy even, and give you a more personalised reading. Hey Danny, if you want to post your question, you'll be asked after Sanice. Let's see what comes through for Sanice for Slow Bowden. But yeah, if you can tell me more. Ooh, not that many, please, Spirit. Tell me as much as you. Friendship at the moment. Okay. Let's have a look at their feelings towards you. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles, which is really nice energy. Queen of Pentacles, so if we think of Queen, this is like someone who really knows themselves, has a maturity about them, which really brings a kind of respect from others. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who people tend to, whenever it's a queen, people respect, look up to them. I'm gonna ask specifically if this, oh well, I am gonna take that, because look, this is their energy, King and Queen of Pentacles. So Sanice, there is the potential here for a relationship, because we have both the King and the Queen of Pentacles come out here. So there are feelings of wanting a high level of commitment, wanting this to go further. It's a very positive match as well, because obviously both in the same suit, both pentacles. It's like you have a similar outlook, a similar energy, and probably a similar approach to a relationship, and your energy is a good match for each other. So the fact that the Queen and King, like I say, I don't do yes no questions, but this does tell me that there is the desire and the potential for this to turn into more than friendship, for sure. Danny, do you want to try again? Thanks, Danny. I've got it. So Danny asks, a Virgo male named Alex, who's a fitness trainer, followed me on Instagram over a year ago. I think that's probably too removed, Danny, just from that. If you want to do a more, someone who you're more energetically in connection with, I don't think the way that I would read tarot would bring much clarity for that kind of question. If you want to revise it, like I say, guys, I'm an energy reader, so that I read the energy between you and a person where there is a connection, a kind of, I suppose, in-person, real-life connection, or you in a situation. If that makes sense. So Aisha, just Danny, while you're revising your question, Aisha asks, Zaid, yeah, does he feel romantic and emotional feelings for me? It's marriage proposal from his family to my family. I think we looked at him yesterday, didn't we, Aisha? So Aisha, let's have a look at Zaid. I remember that we have really had a lot of positive positive reads on Zaid, Aisha. But let's have a look at where he's at now. Is it romantic and an emotional feeling for you? So like we've had before in the past, I see Zaid being very on board with this, and this card confirms that again with the Six of Swords. You see how these two people moving forward together. Now, Six of Swords also talks about moving from choppy waters, so this can be like an emotional upheaval time. That could be between your connection, or it could be something that's going on for him personally. And this connection with you represents going into calmer waters, moving towards very much, I think, something that he wants and sees it as a positive thing. And he hopes, or it would intend, that this connection and this marriage would bring some kind of peace for him. Okay, so obviously it's a big milestone. Maybe he's had ups and downs, challenges, blocks around engagements, proposals. This may be with you, or it may be with other people. Okay, but what you represent to him is some kind of emotional peace is on its way in this connection. It also comes with the Six of Swords is a message, Aisha, about needing to leave behind sort of thought. This goes for you as well. Ideas and ways of thinking need to be left in the past. I do feel like that there's a lot of anxiety, Aisha, maybe on your side, and the doubt. I feel like there's some doubt that keeps coming up with these questions that you have. I don't know if it's just that, understandably, that you would need reassurance, but it never seems to be coming from Zaid. Okay, so I don't know if you have doubts about moving forward with this. Maybe you don't want to. One question to ask, or there's just maybe more trust that you need to have. Okay, more trust in believing that Zaid is on board with this. So take what resonates with that. Whereas this doubt is not, whenever I've read for you and him, it's never coming from him. He's on board with this. He wants to make it happen. He's sees this as a very positive move. You may not feel like that. So instead of looking towards him, look towards, go within. Aisha, okay, look, ask yourself these questions. And if it's just lying in, if the root of it is insecurity, which many of us have, particularly in a situation like this, begin to try to trust and have faith in his feelings and in this connection. Oh, right, okay, so you've got a lot of people telling me about a negative, right? Is this negative characteristics of what he's like, or negative feelings towards you? Because that's tricky, okay, because that obviously hasn't been part of the question as yet. So always with this Saeed, Aisha, is that I feel like that those feelings of love is coming later. I don't know how much time, I feel like it's too soon to have those real, genuine feelings of love, but I feel like that will come later. He wants to do this, he's on board, he's committed. Okay, I'm going to move on to, so Danny, thank you for your question. I'm just going to, so Danny asks, I'm currently talking to a Pisces named Lance, who sometimes I wonder if he's attracted to you because he doesn't vocalize it. Okay, so let's just stick with the kind of attraction thing. Let's keep it PG. Danny, but let's see if it's romantic and attractive here from Lance's feelings towards you. Oh, this one jumped out. Oh, how strange. This is just the card that we've read for. Okay, so I feel like with this, that if you maybe, Danny, is sort of questioning this connection, or maybe you feel some hesitancy, okay, from Lance, that there's some turbulence from where they are coming from. I don't think it's in this connection between you and him. He wants to move on, but there is some caution here, okay, Danny, because of where the last relationship, his past, his history has influenced where he's at now. And he doesn't, what I'm feeling is he doesn't want to jump into anything. There is some negative thought patterns in he might feel bad about himself. Just with it being swords, it's this can be like quite a harsh way of thinking from past hurts and pains, yeah, okay, that kind of give us a bit of a negative outlook, maybe kind of leaning towards that thinking the worst. But you are moving into calmer waters. There is, if you have the patience for this, Danny, there is potential here for things to become smoother. But I feel like this is what you're picking up on and this is what you're reading. It's not really a reflection of you and their level of attraction to you, but it's more this turbulent waters that we see. And they are transitioning, but there is some ways of thinking that it's like they need to catch up with themselves. Lance his thinking needs to catch up with that's in the past now, and it's okay and it's safe to move forward. So if you want to go on that journey with him and have that patience, then obviously that's what you can expect to move into calm waters. But it's just if you're sort of feeling, if that's what you want out of a relationship, if you feel you're okay to wait and be patient, essentially, yeah. But they've got some stuff to work out. They've got some thinking and some outlook and some negative thought patterns to, and some healing to do, essentially, is what I'm feeling. Thanks, Janavi, so much for the updated list. So, Priya, if you are here, that rhymes. Priya, if you want to post your question, and Divyansha, if you want to go ahead, just so we can keep it moving. You're welcome, Danny. Hey, Shan. Nice to see you here. Still have a spot. You can be added to the list, Shan, if you want. Just pop your like in the chat, and then I don't know if you posted before. Okay, so Priya, Divyansha, we have Aesthetic Delta. Please post your questions. If not, I'll move on. Thanks, Aesthetic. Do you want to post your question? Thank you, Aesthetic. Okay, so Aesthetic asks, what does Janelle M think of our connection? After spying on me through tarot, our romantic interactions, is she hopeful of a full relationship in slow contact? I'm not sure what you mean. Is she reading tarots on you? Do you know that? Let's have a look at her feelings though, if she's wanting a full relationship. What's going on for Janelle? Drawn to this on the bottom of the deck as well. So aesthetic, long distance relationship. She's a tarot reader and has a bestie tarot reader as well. Cool. So the Three of Wands, she is looking to the future and you being in that picture, aesthetic. So in the short answer, yes, that she's certainly contemplating it. Three of Wands, you may know, I don't know how into the tarot that you are, but the Three of Wands is all about a card of expansion and broadening your horizons, yeah? And that's where she's at energetically. And the Three of Wands in particular is about, see, this person is standing at the shoreline and is waiting for their ships to come in. So these ships coming in is, I believe in this context and this situation, is like a kind of relationship that she's wanted for some time. So there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of contemplation. She's waited a long time, and is kind of prepared to wait for longer as well. She's not going to rush in, okay? She's going to wait for the real deal. So she is looking at you in that way and kind of weighing up the options. If this is a good match, what would your future look like? And then we've got, interestingly, the Page of Pentacles, which is like more progress and actually this becoming more tangible, okay? Interestingly as well, Pentacles is slow moving energy aesthetic. So even though if you feel like there's maybe not enough progress to your liking, there is progress. Again, this page stage is one of assessment. It's when you're, I don't know how long that you've known each other, or maybe the idea of this being romantic has come into the picture in a more serious, tangible, real way, in the not sort of in the near. This has happened quite recently, okay, that it's sort of got more as a serious option. So trust that you are making progress. Don't try to force this, okay? You are making more. I know she's in hermit mode, says aesthetic, so she's pulled back quite a lot recently. Okay. So yeah, don't feel anxious about the timeline or the setback. Pentacles energy is just slow moving by nature. That's just how it works. But it's actually consistent, it's reliable, it's building a real and genuine connection. Okay? So I would say, yeah, there is a lot of good potential here. Both from these cards are very positive. Look at all this bright yellow, this sort of joyful, sunshine, bright energy that is coming through that I'm drawn to. It's just that she's maybe like this by nature. And you said she's in hermit mode, because what I'm feeling is there's a lot of thinking and there's a lot of contemplation and there's a lot of assessment going on. So she's not just going to jump in, okay? But that's not a bad thing. It just means that she's really taking this seriously. And then when she does move forward with it, which she is actually still in the process of moving forward with it, it's kind of the real deal energy. So really nice reading actually there. So Divyansha, so I hope that resonated, aesthetic. Divyansha asks, what is coming towards me in love? I've been single for a long time. Sure thing. And then our Peter, you are next. If you want to post your question, please. Whoa. But Divyansha, this is for you. What is coming towards me in love? Oh, how wonderful, Divyansha. There is a Knight of Cups. So it doesn't matter about, you know, gender here when we see this. But this is, I mean, this is a love offering, Divyansha. So I know that you may have had, like say you've been single for a long time, but this is a love offering that is on its way to you. Knight of Cups is such a beautiful energy as well, because it's so gentle. It's has a kind of innocence about it. It's ruled by the element of water, so it could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but if not, then it's just that kind of energy, that sense of flow, going with the flow. All that you need to do, Divyansha, is to be emotionally open to this when it comes. So if there's any blocks that you feel around your heart chakra or your mindset, whilst you're kind of waiting for this to come through, that's all that I would advise you to work on, is to try and almost begin to embody this energy, the Knight of Cups energy, to welcome it in. And it's about a card that is really the opposite of force, and it's about that sense of flow. And it's about, I keep hearing the message as well about opening your heart, Divyansha. So I don't know if there is hurts from the past, or maybe just been single for a long time, whatever's gone on in your experience and in your life. There could be Spirit is just asking me to remind you, or to maybe meditate or listen to some you know, singing bowls that can open your heart chakra, whatever kind of connects or resonates for you. This will usher it in quicker as well, if this is something that you really desire, this love connection, and really want. But there is someone in the ether and in the energetic plane who is on their way to you with a love offering. So take comfort in that, and like I say, whilst you're waiting, just have try to work on this, opening your heart and softening your energy. Yeah, so I hope that resonates. Thanks, Janavi, for your list. Hey, Jolie. So, Arpita, if you or Arpita, please post your question. Jean, post yours. And Alphonse, please post your question. So, Arpita asks, message for my career right now. I am not clear where to apply. Okay. Guidance, please, for Arpita. For career. Six of Wands. So Arpita, this is, so I'm an energy reader. When you say you're not clear where to apply, I mean, see what resonates with this for you, if this will kind of offer you some clarity. Six of Wands tells me that you will have success and victory, kind of whatever direction that you're heading in next, Arpita. Six of Wands is just the essence of success and victory. This is wonderful to see, particularly in career, really, because it's about being acknowledged, okay, by peers, by colleagues, etc., etc. Yeah. Now, wands, just to give you energetically about what direction to head in, wands are about our heart's desires. It's ruled by the element of fire, so it's really about more along the lines of what to follow within you, is where your passion lies and your heart's desires. It can be about being a bit more of a risk taker, and now that being a good time in order to reach kind of true victory and success, because obviously that looks different for each and every one of us. But the different suits obviously represent different energies, and sometimes, you know, it's the need to play by the rules, to play it safe, to be logical, to use our mind. If we think of the swords, that's like taking an analytical approach. Pentacles is about being taking a stable and financially secure approach, but the wands, which has come through for you, is about the need and the guidance and the message being to follow your passion, to take a leap of faith, to take more of a risk, and to follow your heart's desires at this time. So this is what you need to tap into, Arpita, as in this shift of direction. So don't, yeah, I feel like it's almost like you need to play a bit bigger in order to get the payoff. Yeah. But victory and success is on its way to you, I believe, if you can approach it in this way. So I wouldn't always say this, but with this time around, Arpita, I would say lead with your heart. Okay. So I hope that resonates. Jean, thank you for your question. This is for you. So Jean asks, energy around your job. Let's see what comes through. Thanks, Jean. Spirit message for Jean regarding her job. No, not that many. Ooh, Major Arcana, Jean, the High Priestess. This is you at work, I see, because you're sort of in business attire at your laptop here. Now, the High Priestess, Jean, is you need to... Okay, what comes to mind, I feel like, because this card is all about intuition, okay? It's about seeing beyond the veil. And I think that you feel, or you have clocked onto, Jean, that there's something in the workplace, or there's something maybe afoot, there's something that doesn't appear as like there's something else going on than how someone or something presents itself. I almost feel like there's kind of a suspicious look across this person's face. Maybe you know something's coming that will affect you. And I would say trust that. Your intuition is trying to tell you something, to either see a situation clearly, as in that the information that you're being presented with is not the full truth, is not what's really going on, and this could affect you somehow. It can be guiding you. I know obviously that you're looking for work elsewhere, I believe, Jean, but this is more focusing on sort of what's going on for you now in your current job. But Spirit is just telling me to pass on to you that, you know, believe those intuitive feelings, trust in them. This will help you take steps to protect yourself, self-preservation, do what's in your best interests, yeah, so you have the best outcome. And don't believe, maybe don't take everything on face value, Jean, is what I'm hearing. So I hope that resonates. If you feel like that, you know that something else is going on, then that is, I feel like then that is correct, okay? And let that inform your decisions and choices of how you react to this situation, how you deal with what's going on at work at the minute. I hope that makes sense. You're welcome, Jean. So, Alphonse, this is for you. So, will Jennifer come back? I don't do yes, no questions. So, will Jennifer come back to me and be my long-term romantic partner before the end of 2024? So, Alphonse, I don't do yes, no questions. I am an energy reader, so I can look at Jennifer's energy towards you and this situation, if that works for you, if you want to give me a heads up. Janavi, I've noticed that you're not put yourself on the list. Are you not wanting a question today? I'm just being nosy. I mean, thank you so much for doing the list still, but I don't know if you have forgotten to add yourself to the list. Okay, Alphonse, sure thing. So let's have a look at Jennifer's energy towards you, this situation. So you're obviously in no contact at the moment. No question today, Janavi. So Alphonse says, we dated, she ended things with me in June, we still text. Okay, thank you. What's going on with Jennifer? So, Seven of Cups, Alphonse. This is Jennifer, okay? And at the moment, Seven of Cups is about choices and options. And I feel like you are in sort of one of these cups. With the Seven of Cups, there can be a sense and a feeling sometimes of being overwhelmed. Not really knowing what you want. And that's Jennifer's energy at the moment that I'm feeling, Alphonse, okay? This can even be a card of confusion. It comes with a warning, the Seven of Cups. Obviously, there's nothing that you can do about this. This is sort of guidance for Jennifer in a way. About not buying into like illusion or being delusional. Sometimes like choices may seem too good to be true, and it's the need to really kind of see through that and be honest with yourself. So I do feel a very confused energy at the moment, Alfonso. So I don't see this, obviously, as current energies. Bear with me, I'm just going to sneeze. This will obviously change, right? That her energy will shift. And she'll make a decision and make a movement going forward. But at the minute, it's like there's just a lot going on. I feel like she feels overwhelmed. I feel like she's not really been, she probably needs to be a bit more honest with herself, or she's in a place where she needs to, she's in the process of gaining more clarity. But she doesn't know what direction to go in next. So, thanks, Alfonso. So, I don't see any movement yet at this time. It's energetically, it's not, she's not open to this. She's not ready to move forward in kind of any direction. She needs to get more clarity within herself before she can move on with anyone else, which is maybe why you're getting that, you know, that you're still in communication as well, because it's like she's not 100% sure about cutting it off, but she wants to leave that door open. Yeah, she doesn't want to close it fully, she doesn't want to open it fully, so she's just keeping it ajar. And this is almost like a theme at the moment, I think, for her life, that she has got, is overwhelmed and not sure what direction to go in. So I hope this gives you guidance. This is kind of, you may feel that in her as well, about getting a read on her energy, and it can involve, obviously, persons can give off very mixed messages when they're going through this Seven of Cups kind of energy. So in order to get any change or movement between you two, this needs to pass first, and that's just something that she would need to work out on her own. Okay, so maybe that's obviously still influencing it. It feels like other stuff outside of a love connection that is also causing this confusion. So I don't know if it's like work or family or finances, or, you know, all that kind of stuff as well is going on. This isn't all just about matters of the heart. It's like that there's she's feeling sort of overwhelmed by life in general. You're welcome, Alfonso. Okay, so so Kick It, I believe, is next. Kick It with J. And Aqua, thank you. Maybe Kick It with J has left. So Aqua asks, I would like, oh, there we go. I'll read for Aqua first. So Kick It, I wouldn't answer a question like that. If you want, that's not how I would read the tarot. If you want to revise it. I'm an energy reader, so look at the energy between you and a person you're in a connection with, or family, etc. You in a situation. So if you want to just revise that question. So Aqua asks, I would like a general anything that I need to know. Okay, a message for Aqua. What does Aqua need to know right now, please, Spirit? Okay, Aqua, so 10 of Wands. Coming to the end of a cycle, okay? 10 of Wands is finally reaching an important milestone where you're able to put down some burdens that you've been carrying for a long time, Aqua. It can almost, with the 10 of Wands as well, it kind of carries like a bit of a burnt out energy. So this can be work related, or it can be, could even be, you know, in a relationship, but it's where you felt some real struggle and some heavy weight that you've been carrying for some time, but you've persisted, you stuck at it, and each wand here like represents a battle hard won, okay, some kind of victory, but almost with each victory it's like you then had to sort of carry that with you to where you were going. Carry this on your back, because that wasn't kind of the end of it. There was another struggle, and it probably felt never ending at times, okay, Aqua, but you are nearing in and closing on to the end of this cycle with it, and finally being able to put this struggle down, get closure. And then what comes after the 10 is an ace, okay, which is some kind of fresh start, a new beginning, something that you've hoped for a while, I think. A different energy coming in, okay, a different tone to it, a different feel. If you felt for some time, Aqua, that it's just been the same struggle, yeah, same sort of groundhog day energy, and there is an ace on the way to you, which is really nice. It's this shift of energy that you've been hoping for. So I hope that resonated. Thank you, Janavi. So Kikit, what's the connection with you and Dory? Is this a love connection? Is this a friendship? If you want to tell me a bit more about that. As always, guys, if you can include plenty of detail in your question, that allows me to connect with your energy and give you a more fulfilling and meaningful reading, yeah? Anita, if you're here, if you want to... Anita, if you want to post your question. And Shan. You're welcome, Aqua. So, Kikit, so does Dory like you more than a friend? Okay, so let's have a look at their feelings. Are they romantic? Okay, lover and friends were mostly friends. Oh, wow. Okay, so 4 of Wands, Kikit, is they would like a higher level of commitment. So this is their intention. The 4 of Wands is about a higher level of commitment. With it being a 4 as well, because this is a very stable energy, it talks about building a solid foundation. So if this is what you would like, this is the read, certainly, Kikit, that I'm getting from them. Can you see there's this like happy union, happy couple here? And this is essentially, it's like a full-blown relationship that is happening here. exclusivity, commitment, all that good stuff. So obviously I don't know what's going on between your connection now, if they're not showing signs of that, but this is on its way to you if you don't currently feel it now. So maybe it's just a timing issue. Maybe this needs to develop more. Maybe, you know, having that conversation, if you could broach that situation, Kick It. I don't know if you feel that that would be the right way to go, if you want to feel it, follow your intuition on that one. But yeah, this is the very positive card. This really couldn't be more of a clearer or stronger message about wanting this to be a higher level of commitment. So maybe have a sit down conversation, or this is what's coming in the future for you. Okay, it's on its way to you. So I hope that resonated. Okay, so who we have next is Anita. So Anita, okay, Kick It. So yeah, behind the scenes, and Kick It, it looks like that they are still wanting to pursue this connection with you. So could be a timing issue, or if you're in a position to reach back out. You're welcome. So Anita, I'm just piecing together your question. So you were in a connection, you were in a relationship, is that right? But now you're in no contact and you want to know how they feel. Like I say, guys, please provide as much detail, obviously what you feel comfortable with, but the more context of who we're talking about allows me to pick up on their energy and provide a more, let's say, meaningful reading for you. So you were in a connection, but you were in a partnership, Anita, that's now broken down. Is this right? Shan, if you want to post your question, please, as well. And Jolie James. So Lena, if you can just hold your question, please, until you've called. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look at the zone's feelings. Page of Swords, so they will be coming back through with some kind of communication for you, Anita, okay? So this is not the end of this story for you. Page of Swords is preparing, gearing up to come back towards you with something to say. Now with the Swords energy, it can be like the delivery of the message. It's almost like that they could still be in defense mode, or that their words can have like a bit of a harsh edge to them. But to remember when this message, when this energy does come through, that they are kind of wanting to find clarity with you, wanting to understand the situation more of what went on. And they want to try to resolve things ultimately, but it's like coming in with a bit of a harsher energy, maybe defending what they've done, what they've said, that kind of vibes. Yeah, it's not like they're going to come in with an apology or come in kind of all lovey-dovey. There is going to be some yeah, it just has a kind of harsher edge to it, really. But nonetheless, despite that, kind of don't be thrown off by that. I always think when I see this card, ultimately they do want to communicate with you again and try to resolve this. Swords is all about speaking your truth, getting clarity, and that's the energy that's going to be when you reconnect. And that's what needs to happen in order for you to move on or have any chance of reconciliation. Okay, there needs to be an honest conversation, and to get clear about that you're on the same page, or if you've had struggles in the past, to resolve that kind of energy. Yeah, at the moment they may be still getting clear about what the kind of silence that you're experiencing is, that they're getting clear on their thoughts. So this gives you an opportunity as well, Anita, to get clear on your thoughts in this period of silence. So get clear on what you want to say and your truth, and then when you come together to have this conversation, you'll be ready to resolve things. Okay, if you've got more questions, Anita, you can book an in-depth reading. Obviously we're just doing one card readings, one question here. Hey Tia, I'm not sure what you mean when you say send. I think I'm missing some of your question. Hey Angelique. So Shan, are you here? Jolie James. Shan, Jolie James, Nettie. Yeah, thanks Janavi. Yeah, Angelique, sorry, so I don't do yes, no questions. Okay, Tia B, you've booked a reading. Thank you for that. I'll just do that now, and then I think I bear with me 1 second, please, guys. Okay. Thank you, Tia. Okay, I'm just going to close the list now. Obviously, I will read for everyone who has popped their question. So thanks, Tia, for your booking. Are you happy to post your question just in the chat now? I know that you've booked for a 5-card reading. So Tia asks, so spoke to Leo, last week, and it was good. Haven't heard from him. He hasn't returned my messages. Oh, wondering his feelings, what's next for us. Sure thing. So just take a deep breath, Tia. Center your energy. Focus on your question, okay? And be open to the messages from Spirit that you need to hear regarding this. Let's see what's going on. So you're supposed to go on a trip next week. Oh. Let's see what's going on for him and you, this connection. Okay, so we have the Death card at the very center of this reading. So the overall energies between you and him at the moment, and just taking a deeper look, okay? And the Death card, it's about a transformation, okay? So there is some kind of, what I'm feeling is there's some kind of ending going on of how things have been up until this point. This doesn't say that this is an ending of this connection, but when we say an ending of how things have been, have been going on, and there's a transformation underway, which we'll find out more about what that is. Now what's crossing it, this is very much his energy, okay? 10 of Swords. This is, let me know if this resonates, okay? Because often with this Leo that I've picked up on issues around depression and low mood. 10 of Swords is very much that kind of energy. Really being very down emotionally. 10 of Swords in this person's back, and it's like that kind of when you can't get out of bed energy, yeah? So let me know if that resonates with, because that's often what I've picked up on this Leo. This has come up a few times. I know that we've seen in the past that this was kind of going to be an ongoing thing for you to have to deal with when dealing with this Leo. So I kind of feel like that they're very much in that energy. Again, them being closed off here with this Four of Cups, focusing on what's gone wrong, what not necessarily with you and this connection, but more what's gone wrong in his circumstances, okay? In mistakes that they've made or things that haven't worked out, feeling like nothing's going right for them. And what they don't see is, or what they're not open to at the moment, is this cup that you are offering. And you're sort of saying, look, things can be different. We need to focus on the future more. We need to, the fourth cup is about a different perspective, a different way of doing things. So when you see him, he does seem happy, but you sense there's something underlying. Okay. I do see oh, look at this. So I do see the energy will shift. 7 of Pentacles is coming out of this kind of energy when we see the 7 of Pentacles, okay? Because this is like beginning to make a plan, being more practical. When we see Pentacles, this is like when we start to be able to look to the future again. Seven of Pentacles is very much an energy of looking at what's worked and what hasn't, and being able to move on, be able to kind of look into being in a more positive mindset and looking to repeat what does work and kind of avoid these more negative energies in the past. Do you know when, because what I'm drawn to as well, just this transformation, is there any big shifts or big changes that you're aware of what's going on for this Leo? I just want to see where this feels like the block for this connection. It's not between, again, often what I felt, it's not between you and him, but it's like this very heavy energy. Like you say, maybe he's not being forthcoming or honest with what some underlying issues, stuff that's going on behind the scenes, that I think puts them in this very negative and rejecting space to you. Now, if you want to continue with that, that's up to you, okay? If you're it could be a new job, but it feels kind of, it feels kind of heavier than that. So it could just be this mood thing, this depression, anxiety kind of vibes that I often get from this Leo. And obviously with that, with those kind of feelings, we often do keep it hidden, okay? And we don't want to share or be open, particularly when we're in the down kind of energy. A lot of us tend to retreat. We want to hide that. We kind of bury our head in the sand, and we don't feel like meeting up. We don't want to communicate. And I know that we've also talked about, if you want to go on this journey with someone like this, who maybe is always going to have these tendencies to struggle, and kind of go MIA, go off the radar because of their heavy mood, because of this tendency to shut down and close off. Now, saying all that, I do see the energy kind of shifts here, and it does become more positive, and it's almost like a light switch that they come out of this more dark mood. It's like the darkness lifts, okay? The clouds part, the sun comes out. They begin to then go, okay, I'm able to, the depression maybe lifts. They shift out of this more negative mindset, and they're able to plan then for the future. Things feel brighter. This is when they'll start communicating with you again. And then we do, amazingly, we end on the Star card, which is a major arcana, which is about a wish coming true. So this is you. What is that wish, okay? When we see the star, what is it that you desire here? Is it that you want this deep connection? You want this to be a full-blown relationship? Is that what you desire, for this to be a full commitment? I'm assuming that it would be, because we end on that star, which is about that wish coming true for you, Tia. So there is still hope here. The Star card is the card in the deck that's about hope, that's about not losing faith. I'm just going to ask one more about how can you deal with this. This person's kind of closed off and negative sort of struggle, really, that they are having. But, it can be painful for you, and it makes them unavailable to you. I think, like Janavi was saying, how that kind of someone essentially being unavailable to you at times, and then it's like their heart is opening, their heart is closing. So 9 of Pentacles, this is about, so whilst you're dealing with this, Tia, this is, you want this relationship, you want this connection. This is the person that you're dealing with. Understand that this is, certainly for now anyway, this is what's going on. We do have the Star card, which is a card of hope, which is a card of wish fulfillment. So this gives us hope, and this is Spirit saying, you know, there is still this on the horizon, that this can work. But kind of whilst this is all going on, yes, there is darkness and there is light. Their heart is opening, their heart is closing. This is about you focusing on yourself with the 9 of Pentacles, keeping your independence as much as you can. This is about not giving up on your, you know, giving as much energy as you can to this without sort of sacrificing yourself along the way, or feeling like, you know, this is still keeping a lot of focus on yourself, Tia. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give this too much energy where it's going to drain you. Distract yourself with practical issues, so say work, study, you know, filling your cup, looking after yourself. Yeah, so this is what you need to focus on whilst you're dealing with this. Make time for yourself, look after yourself whilst you're dealing with this mixed energy, okay, Tia? Because it very much feels like it's not about, it's obviously affecting this connection in a deep way, but it's not really about you and their doubt of their feelings for you. It's just that they have these struggles that are going on behind the scenes that I keep picking up on. They will come out of it again, but no doubt they'll probably go back under. I hope that offered you some comfort, some clarity. It gave us a clear indication of what's going on for them. So trust that, yeah? And I suppose look after yourself in the meantime, and just understand that this is what is going on for this person. That's what those periods of silence are about. That's really funny. Bill Clinton's here. Hi, Bill Clinton. How funny. Hey guys, to anyone new here, so yes, the list is closed, but I will be back on Friday, so please do subscribe. Please do subscribe so you'll be notified the times when I do go live. So if you can catch us then, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yes, Tia, all the best with this. It's tricky when dealing with someone like this, for sure. It's like it's a real journey, yeah. Okay, so back to the list now. We have Shan and Joni James, yeah, I believe. Thanks, Jean. So Shan asks, energy around me. I keep seeing angel numbers. Are there any spirit messages for me? Let's see. No, not closing out. Back to the list, Jean. So I'll be ending around 1. So Shan, energy around you. You keep seeing angel numbers, so that's nice. Are there any spirit messages for me? What does Spirit want you to know? This is a message for Shan, please, Spirit. What does Shan need to know right now? Oh, Major Arcana. So this could be connected to, because you are seeing a lot of angel numbers at the moment, Shan. that there is, because the World card is a major arcana, which is about significant energies, important energies around you, important changes. And with the World, so some cycle is closing out for you, Shan, making way for new beginnings and new cycles to come through for you. So you might know what that is. So if you can just be still to find out how and where that resonates. Shan, about, and there's something I always think when I see the World card about allowing this to properly close out. So having good endings is, I believe, is important. So tying up loose ends, closing out your connections and your energies. This can be a situation, this could be a relationship, this could be a personal sort of cycle for you, in the sense of that you could be leaving behind all old outdated ways of thinking and feeling about a situation or about yourself. And there is an important shift here happening, that you will be entering a new chapter in some ways, Shan. A new cycle is on the horizon for you. Okay, so do you think that this is closing out, Shan, the relationship? And it's really giving yourself the time and giving the situation, like having the patience and the grace to allow this to cycle out fully. So that we can let that rest. Yeah, we can close that out and leave that in the past, and it doesn't hold on to us anymore, taking the hooks out, cutting the ties, all that kind of energy, so that we can move on and be free. You miss an opportunity when long distance. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'll leave that with you. So if this, I'm glad that this resonates. And yeah, so something needs to be left in the past, in order for you to move forward and then be open on into something more fulfilling and that aligns with you now. So Jolie, this is for you. Where do I need to put my focus at this time? Interesting. Spirit, where does Jodie need to put her focus at this time? Ten of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is about, it's very abundant card, okay? It can be about finances and about career. You know, Pentacles can be about work, money, success, all that good stuff. The 10 as well is about not limiting your ambitions, Jodie, okay, as well, because the 10 is about having it all. So it can be about, it's like a higher level of commitment, okay? So in this image here, it's like there is a couple, so this is like a committed couple, family, you know, they have the dream house. This is just very sort of traditional outlook of success here that's represented, but you know, it's the dream house, financial security, family, you know, the dog, the kid, the car, etc., etc. But whatever that looks like to you, Jolie, your sort of your dream life, your highest level of success. And with the 10 of Pentacles, it says that you are on the right track. It's like that you are doing everything that you need to do okay? And it's really about just being consistent. You've maybe come farther down this path than what you even realize, because the 10 is kind of like the pinnacle, and it's like closing in on that, making big leaps and strides towards that is what I'm hearing. So if there's kind of self-doubt that you're feeling like that this is maybe not going to happen for you anymore, that's not true. This is, you are on track to still, whatever your 10 of Pentacles is, very much keep being consistent, showing up, putting in the work, but not also thinking like I need to do more, if that makes sense. It's more just about what you're doing is enough, so just keep doing that. So I hope that resonates. But very positive card, very abundant card. And it's also, yeah, that message about don't limit yourself. So don't lower your expectations or settle as well. Keep pushing, okay, for the pinnacle of, keep pushing for this 10. Nice energy. Thank you, Janavi, so much for your list. So Nettie asks for a general. Sure thing. I don't know if Angelique is still here. If you want to post your question, and we've got Lena there, yeah. This is for Nettie, general. So, Nettie, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone coming towards you. This isn't your energy. This, I feel like, is a person who is coming towards you with an offer, with an opportunity. It could be as well, just with it being Pentacles, this could be a financial opportunity, a new job, or a new earning potential, or a step up in your career. Tell you what resonates with that. Or it could be, this can apply to many different areas, so tell you what resonates with this, Nettie. But it's a genuine offer, so it could be a relationship offer that is someone offering commitment, because Pentacles is ruled by the element of earth, so it's a very grounded energy, it's a very stable energy. And it's coming through to you. So this is a really nice energy. You may have been waiting on this. Like when I talk about this, you might know exactly what it is. And it's like a process that has already began. So say connection that you've already made, and then turning into, like, say a relationship, or it could be, you know, something at work where it's like the foundations have already been laid. This isn't like the very beginning of something, it's like more the building on top of, if that makes sense, the deepening and furthering of this journey. So this is, yeah, this is really positive. This is good. This is something tangible to build on. Again, all this yellow in this image, so positive, so abundant, so fruitful. This is a nice offer, whatever's coming towards you. Listen to your intuition when you feel like what direction this is coming from. Almost feels like it can come from any direction, but there's someone particular who you already know who is connected to this offer. So Jodie says, yeah, I hadn't thought I would even get this far. Yeah, I feel more resolved in what I'm doing. That's good, Jodie. So yeah, like take comfort in that you're further down that road than maybe what you would even have thought, yeah, to get this far, but you're actually doing it, which is awesome. You're welcome, Nettie. Okay, so we have Lena. Thanks, Janavi, for moderating. Really appreciate it. Okay, so Lena's wanting to know if Victor is planning on coming through with genuine and sincere intentions. Let's see what Victor's energy is at the moment, Lena, towards you. Hey Mega, the list is closed for today, but I will be back on Friday if you want to join us then. So Janavi's just kindly moderating today, so yeah, list is closed. So I believe, so please let's just keep the vibes higher. I think Lena may be the last question. So let's have a look at Victor's intentions, Lena, for you. Ah, well, actually, because it's Pentacles, yes, a genuine offer. Look, this is that offer coming through, Lena, that this is an offering coming towards you when we see this Page of Pentacles, this tangible thing. And because it's Pentacles, this is just those kind of energies that I think that you are hoping for. Something genuine, something realistic, something like wanting to talk maybe about what went on in the connection if you're in no contact, I believe, at the moment. Working towards wanting to get onto the same page and wanting consistency and to kind of last the distance really as well. When we see the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles is I spoke about this earlier today when this came through, but the page is like at that stage. Obviously this is the offer, this is Victor coming through with the offer, and the page is kind of still though at that, Lena, at that assessing stage of trying to work out the way forward, really. Not really coming through with promising the world, which is good, okay, because it's a more realistic energy, it's a more grounded energy. It's coming through to you to say, you know, how are we gonna navigate this? How are we going to work this out and work this through? So it's a measured and it's a leveled energy, which is nice. And it's not like assuming that, you know, you're going to just kind of run off into the sunset together. But it's really kind of, I don't know obviously why it didn't work out the first time, but maybe working through those issues, explaining exactly where they're kind of coming from and trying to understand your point of view. So it's a nice energy, and like I say, it's a calm and it's a measured energy, and it's a realistic. So really lean into this when it comes and accept it as a positive thing. And if it may not be really full blown, like as in, let's say, confessions of love and living happily ever after, but this is what's good about it. It's like, because it's genuine, which is what you really desire and what you really want. And it's a great starting point to build from, Lena, okay? So yeah, really positive, lovely card there to come through. So I think that's everyone, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Janavi, thank you so much for your moderating today. I really appreciate it, as always. Awesome with the list, making my life so much easier. One second. Just getting people spamming and demanding, so I will just mute them. You're very welcome, Lena. So yeah, wishing you all a good rest of the day, evening, wherever you are, and hopefully I will catch you on Friday. Check out my pick a card readings if you're interested in the meantime. But wishing you all the best. Love and light, guys. Love and light. Take care. Bye, Jodie. Thank you. Bye, Janovi. Bye, guys. I can switch this off. Take care.